Me right now is a very special guest. Joining us by phone is Cindy Anthony. Thank you for being with us.
Hey, Nancy. I'm only here because of Holly.
I understand. Tell us, I can see when you are speaking on camera how much it hurt you not to go to that visitation today.
Absolutely.
Why didn't you go to the jail?
I didn't go to the jail because I'm protecting Kaylee's well-being.
Can you explain to us how not, and I understand you think you're going to be overheard and it's going to be released to the media. Understood and agreed.
I don't think I'm going to be overheard, Nancy. It's a fact that they videotape everything. Exactly.
It will be. But why is it that what she may say about the search for Kelly would hurt Kelly?
Well, again, the people that have her, the whole reason Casey's behind bars is because she's protecting Kaylee's safety. And I cannot say that enough. Unfortunately, I can't say things that's going to jeopardize what we're doing looking for this child. And I refuse to do so. And I'm not going to waste my time worrying about justifying pictures that you're showing on your show every night that are 2 and 3 years old.
Well, what about the ones that are 5 days after Kelly went missing?
Well, one of the local reporters, Nancy, one of the local reporters verified with a Fusion employee that was taken on June 13th, which was prior to Kaylee's disappearance.
Well, before you go any further, the photographer that took those photos has given us the date of 5 days after Kelly went missing, which was the 15th. I know that you guys saw her on the morning of the 16th, and the others are taken by a fellow partier who also states it's 5 days later. So that's two sources supporting the date of these photos. But forget the photos. I want to.
Okay, forget the photos. The reason
I'm
calling
is
Kelly. Because, all right, here's the thing. Your expert witness who has some experience in this doesn't have the exact experience that I have, and I understand that he has a perspective that a lot of people don't have, but to compare Casey to O.J. Simpson, that she had no way out, Casey had a way out if she wanted to not be a mom anymore. Casey lived in a loving family, and so did Kaylee. Casey knew at any time she had any opportunity, and obviously if you guys have photographs of her over the last few years, going out and enjoying her lifestyle, enjoying life as a 22-year-old and a 20-year-old and a 21-year-old and a 19-year-old normally would, she had that opportunity. So someone needs to sit back for a minute and think, what changed? What would make sense? Well, what we've been saying all along, that someone took her daughter. Casey is not an irresponsible mother. She did not leave her car. She's not embarrassed. I mean, to say that it's an embarrassment that she's trying to sit in the jail to cover up, to think about a cover-up for an embarrassment. Casey's a mom that puts an extra key in her pocket every time she takes her daughter in the car because she's afraid if she tries to grab too many things and she leaves her purse, she doesn't want to lock the car and not have a key that she can get in there and get her purse back out or to take care of her daughter.
You seem hopeful that Kelly will be home by her birthday on Saturday. Why?
Well, I hope that's the case. I mean, every day I feel like we're getting closer to locating where she's at. It's Casey's maintained all along she doesn't know where Kaylee's at. Casey's maintained all along that she doesn't trust the authorities. And, as much as I want to say, I can't blame her for certain things that, I've seen and heard over the last 3 weeks.
Can I ask you, I know you will not reveal who your daughter says has Kelly, but do you know who it is? Has she told you?
Again, we're pretty confident that we're on the right track.
So I'm going to take that as a yes. How are you going about finding her if you're not having police help you?
Police are helping. We've spoken with a lot of different authorities over the last several weeks, more so in the last week than we have, since the onset, because we were putting everything in Orange County's hands. And we've been working closely with them over the last...
What do you make over the cadaver dogs hitting on the car?
One cadaver dog, Nancy. Let's get that straight.
Cadaver dog. What do you make of the dog hitting on the car?
And the same cadaver dog that was the one that was inconsistent in my backyard. That they explained to me why they had to go an extra day and bring an extra dog in because that cadaver dog didn't hit the same spot more than once.
Kelly's grandmother. The FBI has provided scientific evidence of human decomposition in the trunk of Casey Anthony. Point blank, I just read it.
A hair follicle or whatever. None of that's been verified.
From the FBI lab?
Your forensic specialist himself said none of that's been verified. Even the ear samples.
I'm not. He did not say. He said some of the evidence he would want to verify before he gave his expert opinion. But the FBI crime lab states point blank that there is scientific evidence of human decomposition in Casey's car trunk.
I would love to know what it is. Are we talking about urine? I mean, I've myself put dirty diapers back there from Kaylee until we gotten home and thrown them away. When the dog hit on Kaylee's playhouse, I asked them, is it because she peed in her playhouse? And they said possibly, because they didn't find anything buried under her playhouse.
To Lawrence Kobylensky, our forensic scientist joining us tonight, is there any way that a dirty diaper or a urine-soaked diaper could show up as human decomposition in a test? Could you please clarify what you said earlier? Maybe I misunderstood you.
No, Nancy, I think a diaper or urine would not be mistaken for decomposition. I believe that the kind of air sampling that was done...
I'm not talking about the air sampling.
The hair?
I'm talking about the hair, yes.
Yeah, if in fact they found hair with a banding pattern, and if they can demonstrate that that comes from Kaylee, then, they've got some very strong physical, although circumstantial evidence.
Whoa, you're one step ahead of me because this report regarding the FBI crime lab does not state that the decomposing body was Kaylee. It simply says, point blank, there is scientific evidence of human decomposition in Casey Anthony's car trunk.
Yes, Nancy, if they did mitochondrial DNA analysis, that doesn't give you a unique profile.
Do you have a reason to doubt the FBI scientific lab?
Oh, I think they're a fine laboratory, but even they will admit that the mitochondrial profiles are not unique.
Nobody said mitochondrial. I'm just asking you if you have a reason to doubt their veracity.
I don't know. I have no reason to believe they would lie.
Let's go back to Miss Anthony. Joining us is Kelly's grandmother, Cindy Anthony. And I want to clarify, she believes the little girl is still alive, and she wants help finding her alive. Miss Anthony, now that I have gone back to Lawrence Kobylensky, what do you think?
Well, here's my deal. No one's 100% sure of anything, correct? Until they're 100% sure of anything, why the heck are we not looking for Kaylee as a live person? That's my thing.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why, and this is just my layperson's and trial lawyer's opinion, and that is it's been very clear, and you're right, you stated a liar does not a murderer make. But when you are lying about the whereabouts of your little girl who is missing, that has made the public doubt anything your daughter has said.
Again, people are speculating that she's lying about her whereabouts. Casey states, and she's maintained from day one without flinching, that she does not know where Kaylee's at. In fact, one of our tips matches the descriptions of the people that took Kaylee.
Didn't she
and
tell
the tip
people
was a month ago.
Didn't she tell people all along that Kaylee was at the amusement park, that Kaylee was with you, that Kaylee was at these various places, and none of that was true?
The department all along was that she was kidnapped by Zenaida, and and that's what she's maintained. She told me, some things during the month of June because she was trying to look for her and try to get her back herself. And when that didn't work, that's when she was came clean with the other. But again, the description of the person that she described to the police on July the 16th is the same description of that Dallas tip. And they're just now following that up. And that tip came in
Zenaida Gonzalez. Every Zenaida Gonzalez police have searched into is not anywhere near what your daughter is saying.
That's not entirely true. There's a lot of them that's out there that we're still investigating.